I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. For those interested, this is a paid requested review. If anyone's ever interested in requesting any other type of videos, reviews, movie reactions, or any other type of reactions, movie topics, pretty much any type of video, you request either directly to my PayPal or join me on my Patreon. Both links are down below. If not, no worries. If so, that's cool too. Fuck! Fuck this shit. Oh, you just hate everything. I can name multiple movies, dozens of movies, every year that I've enjoyed. This year alone, I enjoyed Bad Boys for Life. Another film that was a sequel many years in the making. Last film came out quite a few years ago. But I enjoyed Bad Boys for Life. I also enjoyed Sonic the Hedgehog and VFW and Guns Akimbo and other films of this year. I've enjoyed many films of all different shapes and sizes, from Dead Man Walking to The Shawshank Redemption to 127 Hours to All the President's Men to Injustice for All to Hacksaw Ridge to Driver Ryan Gosling to Driver Marta Costos. Pick a fucking year. I'm a Keanu Reeves fan. I enjoyed the John Wick films. I also enjoyed Constantine. I enjoyed the film Speed. I enjoyed Street Teens. Or another film I enjoyed this year, Extraction, for what it was. This movie is a pile of fucking shit, about as bad as Dumb and Dumber 2. Why? Keanu Reeves, he looks like his face is fucking melting. I love Keanu Reeves, but I'm sorry, his voice, he does not work for Ted anymore. He was trying to do an imitation of Ted. He wasn't Ted, he was doing an imitation of Ted. Alex Winter did pretty good. One of the few fucking things, even my fucking computer is telling me to shut up. Hear that ding? Okay, the movie looks cheap. Looks like it cost $20. almost 30 years since Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, which I love the first two Bill and Ted films. And what do I get? Bill and Ted doing couples therapy. Because that's what we waited 30 years for, right? We waited 30 years for couples fucking therapy. Yeah, thank God. 30 years for couples therapy. Daughters telling the story of their dads. And they thought they had done it. You know that great epic ending of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey with that great song? God, they rock and roll to you. They rock and roll to me. No, it didn't unite the world. Instead, the band fell apart, and they became losers, and the big capital Alpha losers, and then people hated all the following albums, and all the following songs, because they failed on the F scale of fail, and fuck. So the whole ending of Bogus Journey was a lie, apparently. All the shit that they did, because that was the song that united the world, and I bought it in Bogus Journey. Worked perfectly. Did not need a part 3. But no, instead, nope, they did it, but not really. It lasted like 5 minutes. And then for some reason, now it's many years later, people randomly being put into different timelines. So Babe Ruth gets put into the Revolutionary War, or Jesus gets picked up and put into some fucking concert stage. So now Bill and Ted, they're doing couples therapy because their marriage apparently once again are on the shitters. Didn't they have relationship troubles in Bogus Journey? They have them again in this? Fuck. Oh, remember Little Bill and Little Ted? Well, they're not boys anymore, they're girls. Well, actually, Matt, when the little babies were filmed in Bogus Journey, they were played by little girls. How many fucking people do you know call their girls Little Bill and Little Ted? But no, apparently that's the case, so now they're girls. Okay? But also they're girls that jump ahead to the ending. It was you the whole time. We're here to back you up. We're your band. So, yeah. The reason the song never got made was because it wasn't Bill and Ted, it was their daughters that did it. So really, Bill and Ted's focus and main of progress was to get laid, have daughters, and the daughters are the ones that save the world. Hip hip hooray for SJW, proper fucking danda. Hip hip fucking hooray. All Bill and Ted do is they get put into the future, and then people in the future hate their guts, which is bullshit, because in the previous two films, they practically fucking worshipped Bill and Ted. Then you got Rufus's daughter, yeah, George Carlin's character. Of course, George Carlin, may he rest in peace. They have a hologram of him. Great. And they go on about how, well, Rufus and her father believed. Bullshit, you all believed in this. When you go in the first two films, everybody in the future believed in this 100% with gusto. That's why you had images of them doing their guitars. That's why you had futures in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey where there were little fucking statues of them. And these are the same fucking writers. It's like they didn't even watch the first two fucking movies. What they did was copy Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey and put them in a blender. How does it copy Excellent Adventure? The daughters go back in time. Instead of getting historical figures, they get historical musical figures. So the two daughters get Jimi Hendrix, Louis Armstrong, Mozart. Who are fuck Kid Cudi is. Shows how much I fucking know who the fuck Kid Cudi is. And there's nothing funny or interesting or entertaining about these scenes. It's just a reject remake of Excellent Adventure, only with two daughters. Okay, I don't mind the actress Samara Weaving, but I'm sorry. I don't give a shit about these daughters. I don't give a shit about these daughters' characters. I don't need to see the adventures of Bill and Ted's daughters. You think you wait 30 years, you want to see Bill and Ted full and focus in the forefront, not sharing half the fucking screen time with the daughter's own stupid, boring fucking adventure. Great Bill and Ted's most boring adventure. Almost bogus bullshit. I don't give a fuck about either of these girls trying to act like Bill and Ted, because all they're doing is bad Bill and Ted imitations. Okay, if I want to see someone act like Bill and Ted, then I want to see Bill and Ted act Bill and Ted. You don't need another group to act like Bill and Ted when you already have fucking Bill and Ted. So getting back at the beginning of the film, after they've been told how much fucking we've been told how fucking losers Bill and Ted are still to this day, because apparently the whole ending of Boda's journey was complete bogus bullshit, apparently. Thank you for retconning that, you stupid fucking assholes. Then, Bill and Ted are playing at a wedding, and who's the wedding? Mom, getting married to Ted's little brother, which is fucking weird. I don't even remember Ted having a brother. Did he have a brother? Why is it that I never remember Ted having a brother? Okay, yeah, the Easter Bunny in Boda's Journey said, "You made your brother cry." Okay, I remember that. Just for some, I don't remember that character ever popping up. But I do remember the Easter Bunny. Who is the kid? No, it was a kid they just knew in Excellent Adventure that Napoleon hung out with, right? Was that the little brother? God, I can't remember that shit. This movie's burning my fucking own brain cells. But apparently Missy was with Bill's dad, then was with Ted's dad, but now she's with Ted's little brother. Which just seemed more creepy and weird than funny. Oh, and it's Billy and Thea, who are little Bill and little Ted. And Bill and Ted still suck at music, which makes no fucking sense, because they did the goddamn music at the end, where they went back and they came out with the ZZ Top fucking, for Bill and had the ZZ Top beard. And like I said, 30 goddamn years we get to see Bill and Ted in couples therapy. Why are the wives bringing them into couples therapy? Because they keep saying, "We love you," instead of "I love you." It makes these girls seem like fucking sensitive bitches. You still get the hint that they're saying they love you. Get the stick out of your ass. And their wives, their whole story is in the background. They go from time to time to try to see where they're happy with Bill and Ted in time. And then they find out, "We're happy with you in this reality. Wow, you fickle bitches." And Bill and Ted, their entire fucking journey in this movie is they go in the future where the future now hates their ass because you're supposed to save the future. Now you're playing a bar with 40 people who are only there for $2 tacos. Because these are the fucking jokes. This is the fucking humor that everybody seems to love in the fucking universe, depending on Rotten Tomatoes and YouTube reviewers and IMDb. Apparently I'm the only fucking person on the planet that didn't like this film. And yes, I like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I like Bill and Ted's Boda's Journey, which is why I'm passionately hating this piece of fucking shit. It is a piece of fucking shit. It looks cheap. Half the fucking scenes look like they're on a goddamn green screen. Cheap at least even the first Bill and Ted had actual fucking sets or actual fucking town for the West while they meet Billy the fucking Kid, let alone Boda's Journey, which has some really cool architecture, especially when they're in hell and heaven. And that has more clever writing when they're talking to God and they're doing quotes from "Every rose has its thorn." And it was Bill and Ted's Journey is they can't play the song, so they want to find the song. So then they go into the future, and each time they go into the future, they meet their future selves, and they're always dickheads, which I don't understand. They're always dicks. Every single future self they find are dicks. Even the selves they found in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure weren't dicks. Don't forget the wine you watch. They're always dicks. So they go 2 years from the future, and they're dickheads with a little bit of hair on their face. Then they go a few more years in the future, they're dickheads, pretend to have fake British accents, and they think they're living in a rich mansion, but instead they're in Dave Grohl's rich mansion. And they're still being dicks. And then they go further in the future, and that's where you get the scene where they're in a goddamn prison. Well, the reason they're dicks, Matt, is because in these realities they've lost their wives and blah, 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 blah. But Bill and Ted are the type of characters that wouldn't not be that way. The only times we've seen them at all be dicks is the evil robots in Bogus Journey. It's like the fucking writers mixed the two up. Like they thought the robots in Bogus Journey, the evil robots, were Bill and Ted future self or alternate self or whatever the fuck self. Well, it wouldn't be interesting. It's not interesting anyway that they just keep seeing their own fucking selves. The adventure of the first one, they meet all these crazy historical elements, and from Abe Lincoln to Genghis Khan. Oh, all the interesting things of heaven and hell. Here, just a future self and a future self and a future self. That's what you waited almost 30 years for, since 1991's Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. That's their big fucking journey. Bill and Ted. We meet our dicks. Then we meet more of our dicks. Then we meet more of our dicks, as in dick selves. Bill and Ted face their dick selves. That's what this fucking movie should have been called. Bill and Ted face their future dicks. There's your alternate fucking title. Bill and Ted face their future dicks. Just have it right there. Another thing with Bill, you know what an important aspect about Bill and Ted movies? The fucking music. Name one good piece of music in this. I can say for Excellent Adventure. I need a breakaway. Do-do-do-do. Or in time, everything will be alright. Or two hands are better than one. How about Bogus Journey? God did rock and roll to you. Did rock and roll to me. Did rock and roll to everyone. Or shout, shout it out. There's no fucking good music in this goddamn movie, and it's called Face the Music. Oh, and the song that brings them together, it's not really the song, it's somehow they Crisis of Infinite Earth style somehow get musical instruments to every fucking person in time, in reality and history, and gives them instruments to play? I guess. And then they play a shitty song. Shitty music. Wow. Thank God you retconned God Gave Rock and Roll to us that from Kiss. That's really what the song is, from Kiss. Thank God you got rid of this for this piece of shit fucking music with shitty effects that I've seen better on fucking YouTube videos. Oh, it's the budget. They don't make the movie, you don't have the fucking budget. When Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey looks like fucking Blade Runner next to you, maybe you should call it fucking quits. I'm sorry, I'm not giving this a pass because of fucking nostalgia. Isn't that what people get mad at us for liking certain older films? You just like it because of nostalgia. But I'm not going to do it for you. If you like the film sincerely, it's not because of nostalgia, it's because of the reasons you thought of. And it's just we agree to disagree. But I'm not going to give this a fucking pass when I don't like it. You just hate everything. Pick a year. Pick any year. It's like a car. Pick any year. Pick any year. Well, you just don't like popular films. You don't like films that people like. People like Bad Boys for Life. I enjoyed that. People love Dread. I love that. People love Gravity. Love that. I did, at least. Loved Forrest Gump. Loved Pulp Fiction. Loved Shawshank Redemption. Pick a year. I love Goodfellas. I love Heat by Michael Mann and Collateral. Searching for John Cho. That's a great fucking movie. Someone asked me, is this better or worse than Dumb and Dumber 2? They're bad in different ways. It was cool to see William Sadler's death. Although sometimes he acted like, I don't know, like a bad imitation of Christopher Walken, or sometimes he would like say words way too long, or the two daughters I didn't give a shit about want to be Bill and Ted. There's this robot that chases after the kill Bill and Ted and then fucks up. And oh, remember I said it ripped off Excellent Adventure and Boulder's Journey? Well, the Boulder's Journey ripoff is because this robot that looks like a bad cosplay. Well, that's an insult to cosplays. I've seen better shit at Comic-Con conventions on fucking YouTube. He lasers the wrong people, so sends the daughters and others to hell, so Bill and Ted have to go to hell. Again! What creativity, right? And so what happens? Death won't listen to them, because apparently Bill and Ted and Death got pissed off at each other sometime after the second movie, so the daughters have to go and get Death to listen. Then Bill and Ted apologize, and then they're all good. They all get in a fucking van down by the fucking lava river. They go up. And then I should have known something when the future kept saying, well, your father said that Preston and Logan, not Bill and Ted, even though that's what they said in the other movies, but no, we don't, even though these are the same fucking writers, they want to make shit up out of their fucking ass for the SJW agenda. And yeah, I'm pulling that fucking card in here because I think, like The Last Jedi and other bullshit, this fucking works too. It fits. If it fits in the slot, it fits. And you don't quit. And the ending looks like dog shit with this fake ass green screen CGI bullshit. It looks like shit. And the ending seems abrupt too. Just they're playing the music with the shitty special effects. Then it cuts to an outside shot of the planet, and the daughter's going, well, it wasn't really the song, it was that everyone played it. And it worked. Then it ends. And then in credits are random people around the world fucking dancing to shitty music. What do people like about this film? I am a fan of Bill and Ted. This is an insult. This is a fucking insult. Or give me a fucking break. The music sucks, which is weird in a movie called Face the Music. I'm sorry, Keanu Reeves can't play Ted anymore. He's trying to do an imitation of Ted, and what you saw in the trailer is what you get in the movie. If you were worried about Keanu Reeves in the trailer, it's what you get in the fucking movie. And I love Keanu Reeves, but at this point in his life, he can't go backwards and play Ted. With the way his voice is, that's time. Alex Winter does a good job. I'll say that. Keanu, no. In fact, honestly, he should have just kept the facial hair for Ted. But that wasn't even the big problem. It was his mannerisms. It's like Keanu Reeves was trying to copy his older self instead of actually being Ted. He's trying to do an imitation of Ted. And it doesn't work. The daughters, just lame ass versions of Bill and Ted. And I want to see daughters that just pretend to be Bill and Ted as well as you have Bill and Ted. I don't get why I want to see that. I don't know why fans would want to see it. 30 years you're waiting for a Bill and Ted movie, but no, let's have half the fucking movie about these goddamn daughters I don't give a shit about. Oh, they're in there because they're women and they got tits. So they're the true heroes of the movie. Gotcha. Got the hint. Thank you. Goddamn more time on couples therapy than fucking anything else. And then I hate these daughters. I hate the robot. Because the robot, oh, by the way, the robot, when it goes to hell with Bill and Ted, then it starts having this thing where now it has a name. My name is Dennis. And then the robot starts trying to be funny. I like to dance. Can I join the band? Can I dance? Can you dance yourself off this fucking cliff and die? Mr. Robot Man? Can you blow up? Can you self-destruct, please? The robot was fucking annoying. The dogs were fucking annoying. The music fucking sucks. When there's barely any fucking songs in it. The remake of Excellent Adventure means a remake of Bogus Journey. Does the girls go through time to find historical figures, like Bill and Ted got actual historical figures? And then they go through a little bit of hell. The only thing they didn't do is go through heaven and station. Although there is a reference to the word station. The fucking future, all the people in the future seem like fucking dickheads. First they go, well, you got this amount of time to write the song, you better fucking do it. And then they go, you know what, your father believed in that they would sing it, but many of us believe that it was actually their deaths. That it was their deaths. They believe the death of Bill and Ted will bring in. I'm like, you mean when they died in Bogus Journey? Now the future self is saying, well, most of us think it was probably when they die. They died in the film called Bogus Journey. You remember that? When they died in Bogus Journey? But then you had someone come back to bring them back to life. I mean, remember when bad guy from Lethal Weapon 2 was saying, I'm going to go back to kill Bill and Ted? George Carlin, helped out, did them back. No, just saying. And I didn't laugh one goddamn time in this movie. I like to know, what jokes, what humor are people laughing at in this film? Cinematography, it looks fake, it looks phony. Everything about this film fucking sucked, except Alex Winter as Bill S. Preston Esquire. I'm sorry, nostalgia, you know what, I got the nostalgia when the Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure Blu-ray came out. Because Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter sat down together for interviews on the making of those two films. I find it funny how the writers of this film, who wrote the others, did not like Bogus Journey. Well, I'm sorry, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey beats the fuck out of this movie. Writers. Station on that. Bitches. Fuck them. And fuck this movie. Well, Bill and Ted didn't really write the song. Really, it's the daughters that came up with everything and helped get everything together. Bill and Ted's they're going to be the backup. But it's a sweet story because it's a father and daughter. So we're going to lie to the viewer for the first two movies and say what you really believed was bullshit. Wow, where have I heard that before? What you believed to be all along was bullshit. Didn't I hear that in films like Last Jedi? Although they didn't kill Bill and Ted like they killed everyone else that you liked in Last Jedi. Well, all the Star Wars films, really. We don't kill off Han Solo. We don't kill off Luke Skywalker. Just fucking kill off everybody, why don't you? But, goddamn, man. And people don't be pissed. People don't be mad. They don't say, you hate everything, Matt. Well, actually, I can name dozens of films and variety of different genres, and every single year, at least dozen, maybe more. Give me any list. I'll name films I enjoy. Give me movies that were nominated for Oscars I enjoy. Movies that are B films I enjoy. I did any day of the month, year, or decade. Go ahead, but hey, that doesn't matter apparently. Because if you liked it and I didn't, then that automatically means I hate everything. Well, I like Bad Boys for Life. Rather watch that than this. Like Sonic the Hedgehog, VFW, Guns Akimbo. Yes, even The Invisible Man I liked more than this. Even The Hunt and out this year I'd rather watch over this. I'm not even kidding, and that's fucking sad. This is easily one of the worst films I've seen this year. The fucking film Underwater, I'd rather watch that than this movie again. This movie's insulting as a fan. It's insulting with this SJW bullshit. It's insulting because Bill and Ted have jack shit to do in their own fucking movie. Just going to see their future dickhead selves and the future dickhead selves, then the future dickhead selves one more time. Then they go to hell and don't do anything. Just their fucking daughters get them to get together with death. And then they get the fuck up. And then they don't do anything because the daughters are the one. And then they go, here's a guitar, here's this, here's a ukulele. And then play a shitty music. And somehow that saves everything because we all play together. And have cheap dime store special effects. Make the fucking effects in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure look like goddamn Star Wars. And for a film with Face the Music, can you have some music worth the shit? Is that okay? And again, I love Keanu Reeves, but he's not good in this. I'm sorry. People go, well, he wasn't good in the first two. No, the first two Bill and Ted's, for what character he was trying to portray, him and Alex Winter work very well. That doe-eyed, whoa, what's going on? He works well in the first two. Here, he's trying, and I'm sorry, it doesn't work. It's, whoa. What is going on here? I don't know what we're doing here. Instead of, okay, for example, let's say the line is Bill and Ted Face the Music. The old Bill and Ted, whoa, Bill and Ted Face the Music, man. Here, oh, whoa, Bill and Ted Face the Music, man. It's a dad trying to, imagine a dad trying to understand his son, what he's into. And the difference between trying to understand and actually understanding. Trying to be hip and actually being hip. Trying to be cool and actually being cool. And Sally, as much as I love Keanu Reeves, that's him in this. And I'm pertaining to that point because people go, well, I just enjoy it because of Bill and Ted. But I can't, because Bill, I thought, was the only good one. Ted, Sally, not so much. And with all the other bullshit, with the annoying fucking robot that I wanted to fucking die really fucking quickly when he started fucking talking and started trying to be fucking funny, and he was about as funny as a fucking skunk in your fucking face. The daughters trying to act like Bill and Ted, fucking failing because they annoyed the piss out of me because I don't give a shit about their story, I don't give a shit about their characters, I don't give a shit about someone trying to be Bill and Ted when you already have fucking Bill and Ted. The story fucking sucks, the effects fucking cheap, and the music fucking sucks. And the story's just, wow, you spent 30 years to go, Excellent Adventure, Bill and Ted, Bogus Journey. Put them together. Wow, you spent 30 years on that? Good job, writers. I could have done that in 10 fucking minutes, that idea. Excellent Adventure, Bogus Journey, yeah, put them together. The go through time, music, and yeah, put music instead. Yeah. And then they go to hell. I miss when the first two films are creative. That's why I'm pertaining to that point. They're creative. Excellent Adventure is a crazy idea for a movie. And they made it work. Bogus Journey, going with heaven and hell now? Again, a very creative, different direction. Go back and rewatch the scene where they go through their personal hells. From the bash, both of them with the drill sergeant, to the batshit Easter Bunny thing, to Bill and the granny, and the color scheme of blue and pink, and none of that creativity is in this movie. None of it. And that's why I expect out Bill and Ted. I expect creativity. This is laziness. It's lazy, it's unfunny, it's unfocused, and it's trying to play on heartstrings. Just, you like Bill and Ted. You like Bill and Ted, so you automatically like this movie. I'm like, no. But no, apparently most people, that's a yes. Good luck in seeing this movie pertain. Why do I keep thinking of the word pertain? Good luck in this movie holding up for people in the future. Maybe people want to see something. Oh, because of the world we live in. Yeah, the world we live in is shitty. I understand that more than a lot of people. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's pretty shitty. But you know what? Then I want a good fucking movie, not a shitty fucking movie. And to me, this is a shitty, unfunny, lazy fucking film when the first two have a lot of creative juices flowing, and this is squeezed and milk dry. There ain't nothing left. So fuck this movie up its stupid fucking ass. Station. Fuck.